Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to see at the same Unit 12 final accounts of the sole proprietors. In that unit, we are going to see balance sheet. Okay, previous class we saw the trading and profit and loss account. Today we are going to see balance sheet, page number 254 to 262. Next, see balance sheet is a statement which gives the position of the asset and liabilities on the particular date. Per particular date, we know about the position of the asset and liabilities. Assets are the resources owned by the business, isn't it? Assets is சொத்து. Assetனா என்னது? ஒரு particular சொத்து. We have asset in our life, no? That. Liabilities are the claims against the business. We have to claim against of the business. So, is a liability. Liability means a duty or a responsibility. After the asserting the net profit and net loss of the business enterprise, the business person would like to know the financial position of the business. Okay, we got a net profit and net loss from the which account? Profit and loss account, and final position we want to see means we have to prepare that balance sheet. For this purpose, balance sheet is prepared which contains amount of all assets and the liabilities business enterprises a particular date. So the statement so prepared is called as balance sheet. That statement we have to know about the position of the financial position of the business means we have to prepare that balance sheet. That balance sheet is like that statement so prepared a balance sheet. Okay. Next, because it gives the balances of the ledger accounts which are still there after the closure of the nominal accounts by transferring to the trading and profit and loss account. Already we know that, as we saw in the previous theory, that as a trading and profit and loss according to the nominal accounts, nominal rules. Balances of all personal and real accounts are grouped into the assets and liabilities. In the balance sheet, liabilities are shown on the left hand of the side. Yeah, left hand side liability and right hand side is assets. According to J.R. Batley-Poy, a balance sheet is a statement prepared with the view to measure the exact, see children, exact to accurate financial position of the business on a certain fixed date. Certain one date we have to, we know about that correct or exact or correct or accurate financial position in that balance sheet. Okay. Next, see, need for preparing the balance sheet. Why we need a balance sheet? Let's see. The purpose of preparing balance sheet are as follows. What are the purpose? What are the uses of the prepare a balance sheet? The main purpose of preparing a balance sheet is to ascertain the true financial position of the business at a particular point of time. The particular time, particular accounting period, October 31st March, for example, October Jan to October 31st March, at the end of the month we know about the financial position means we have to prepare the balance sheet. Second one, it helps in the comparing the cost of various assets and the business as amount of closing stock, amount due from debtors, amount of fictitious assets, etc. Moreover, as assets and liabilities of the similar nature of a grouped and presented in balance sheet. A comparative study of these assets and liabilities is facilitated. It is comparing the various liabilities of the business. We have to already we saw in the theory, previous theory, as we saw in the theory, we have to compare that one business to one business enterprise to other business enterprise. We have to finalize the balance sheet. It helps the finding out the solvency position of the firm. The firm's solvency position is favorable as the asset exceed of the external liabilities. The firm's solvency position is not favorable and the external liabilities exceed the assets. Next, characters of the business sheet. What are the character? The following are the character of the balance sheet. The balance sheet is a part of the final accounts. So one of a part. So final accounts mean you have to prepare the trading account, P&L account and the balance sheet. So balance sheet is one of a part. However, the balance sheet is a statement and not an account. Balance sheet is like a statement, not an account. We have to copy it and write in the P&L account and trading account as well as some transaction in the liability and assets. It has no debit, no credit side, such as words to and by are not used before the names of accounts shown there. So we should not use the to asset, to opening stock, we don't use in that to, or in the debit side to and credit side by, we should not use in that balance sheet. A balance sheet is a summary of the personal real account which have the balances. A personal and real accounts have debit balances are shown on right hand side, known as the asset side, isn't it? Whereas the right side is that what are the personal and real accounts having debit side, whereas the personal and real account having the credit balance are shown on the left side of the side, known as the liability side. So debit side, personal and real accounts, debit balances are shown on that right side. Next one, the total of the two sides of the balance sheet must be equal. If you do the sums in that trading and profit and loss and balance sheet, means the balance sheet have two equal to the two side of liabilities and assets side. If the total are not equal, indicates the existence of a error. It must satisfy the accounting equation lies assets means capital assets equal to capital plus liability following the dual aspects of the concept. Okay, capital plus liability is equal to assets. Balance sheet is prepared on a particular date and not for a fixed period. It's not a fixed period, particular date. We want to know now, immediately we have to know about the balance sheet, financial position of the business. It discloses the financial position of the business and a particular date. It gives the balances only for the date on which is prepared. It shows the financial position of the business according to the going concern concept. What are the concept? We have to know about the financial position. Let's see. Grouping and marshalling of assets and liabilities in the balance sheet. The asset and the liability shown in the balance sheet are grouped and presented in a particular order. The term grouping means showing the items of a similar nature under a common heading. For example, the amount due from various customers will be shown under the head. What are that? Sundry debtors. Similarly, under the head current assets, the balance of the cash, bank, debtors, stock and other current assets will be shown. Okay children, the term grouping means the group of account we have to enter that in the heading, under the headings. So you have to enter these type of. Marshalling is the arrangement of various assets and liabilities in proper order. Marshalling means to ordering that liability and assets. Marshalling can be made in one of the following two ways. Why we have to follow that? First one is in order of equality. So we have to write in that sum in entries in the equality. According to this method, an asset which is most easily convertible into the cash, isn't it? Cash in hand is shown in the first. So we have to write in that cash in hand in the first, and then we'll follow those assets which are comparatively less equally convertible, so that least liquid assets. Goodwill is shown in the last. So first one cash in hand, at the last goodwill is shown in the last. In the same way, the liability which are to be paid and earliest will be shown in the first. So if you paid in that earliest liabilities, means you have to enter that. In other words, current liability are shown in the first, then fixed or long term liabilities, finally properties capital. In that liquidity means. In the order of permanence, this method is exactly the reverse of the first method. Asset which is more permanent, goodwill shown in the first, followed by assets which are less permanent. Can you understand children? This method is exactly reverse of the first method. So liquidity reverse to the order of permanence. Let's see. Similarly, those liabilities which are to be paid last will be shown in the first. Similarly, those liabilities which are to be paid, already we paid in the liabilities, we have to write in the first. In other words, properties capital shown in the first, then fixed and long term liabilities are lastly, and the current asset liabilities. You will see in the sums, that only you understand that Now we read that theory. Joint account companies are required under the Companies Act to prepare the balance sheet in order to permanence. Let's see methods of drafting the balance sheet. First one is the balance sheet of the business concern can be presented in the following two forms. One is horizontal form, second one is vertical. So we have to present it in the two type of balance sheet, horizontal, vertical. Let's see, you have a textbook page number 256, horizontal form of balance sheet. In the horizontal form, assets are shown on the right hand side of the balance sheet and the liabilities are shown on the left hand of the balance sheet. See here, balance sheet is on date. Liabilities, what are the items under that? Under comes the liability side. Let's see, liabilities 2 amount column, asset 2 balance. If you have any adjustment, means you have to do in that first amount column and write in that total in that second column. First one, capital, add net profit or net loss. Okay, add net profit less minus net loss, less drawings. Okay, next, reserves, long term loans, current liabilities. What are the items you have to write in the liabilities? Let's see, bank overdraft, cash credit, outstanding expenses, unearned income, short term loans from the bank, sundry creditors, bills payable. Next one, provisions, provision for employee benefits, provision for tax. Okay children, please, this is the format of horizontal and vertical. You should learn it. Asset side, fixed asset we have to write in the first one. Intangible, intangible means we can't see that. It's not, it's asset but we can't see that. That is intangible asset. Goodwill, parent rights, patent rights. Then copyrights, trademarks, computer software. These are all fixed assets. Tangible assets means we can see that. What are the tangible assets means? Land, building, less depreciation. Depreciation means is never damage. Plant and machinery, less depreciation. Vehicles, less depreciation. Furniture and fittings, less depreciation. Next one, investment. Current assets, stock, advance given, sundry debtors, prepared expenses, accrued incomes, cash at hand, bank, cash in hand. Then fictitious assets, I mean preliminary expenses. Okay, these are all under comes on asset side. Let's see vertical form of balance sheet. The balance sheet of the sole proprietor can be presented in the vertical statement as is given. Balances is on particulars amount. See it, what are the comes in under the current assets? Stock and trade, sundry debtors, marketable securities, prepared expenses, accrued incomes, bills receivable, advances given, cash at bank, cash and cash in hand, everything total it and write in the outside second column. Total current assets, this is the total. Next one, less current liabilities. We have to subtract current asset, subtract that current liabilities. Okay, asset la irundhu liabilities minus pannu. Sundry creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft, short term loans, outstanding expenses, total current liabilities. Net working capital, add long term investment and add fixed asset. You have to add this all the things, goodwill, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture. Total fixed assets, capital employed, both the owner funds and outsiders funds, less long term liabilities, loans, total long term liabilities, net assets, represented by owner's capital, reserves and surplus, properties fund. So everything you have to write on that one column. Next, preparation of balance sheet. There is no prescribed format for the preparing balance sheet as a sole proprietor partnership. For joint stock company, the format of a preparing balance sheet is given under the Schedule 3rd of Indian Companies Act 2013. After transferring all the nominal accounts, the terms left out in the trial balance and real account and the personal accounts. So there are grouped under assets, debit balance and debit assets in the debit, liabilities in the credit are presented in the balance sheet. Okay. Next one, classification of asset and liability. What are the classification? What are the items under comes in the asset and what are the items under comes in the liability? Let's see. The resources are acquired by the business entity out of funds provided of owners and creditors are called assets. What are the assets? Business entity out of the funds provide the owners and creditors is the called an asset. There are resources owned by the business. Asset and business of the include cash, stock, plant and machinery. Already we know that. Next one, classification of assets. According to the nature of assets, they may be classified into the following. First one is, so they have to divide into that assets in that segregated for fixed, tangible, intangible. Okay, that like they've segregated. Let's see. Fixed assets under comes that what are the items? Let's see. Fixed assets are those assets which are acquired, are constructed for continued to use in that business and last for the many years, such as land and buildings, plant and machinery, motor vehicle, furniture, etc. So those are all very fixed assets we have in that asset in our life means that are all under comes in fixed assets. According to Finney and Miller, fixed assets are assets relativity permanent nature. Okay, nature permanent. Permanent nature used in the operation of the business, used in the permanent nature used in the operations of business is called as fixed asset. Is intended for sale. As the purpose of to keeping such asset is not to sell but use them. We can't sell it but use them. Okay, changes if their realizable values are ignored and these are always shown in the balance sheet. Cost less depreciation. So we have to less the depreciation. Depreciation means we have to use in the particular years. No, for example, one car we have used in the 5 years. We are and that first of all we get the car 5 lakhs. After 5 years we are going to sell it 3.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs. So why means because of usages. That is we have to less. So we are using the 5 years. So we have to we are selling that car 3 lakhs or 2.5. Okay, so depreciation. Fixed assets can be classified in tangible as fixed asset and intangible. Why? What is tangible and what is intangible? Let's see. Tangible fixed asset means tangible fixed assets are those which have physical extents of which can be seen on left. Example, plant and machinery, building and furniture. Tangible we can see. Okay, but intangible means we can't see. Let's see. Intangible fixed assets are those who not have any physical essence of which can't be seen or touched. It's like, so we can touch, we can feel, we can use, we can see na, that assets is called as tangible. We can't see, we can't touch means is a tangible asset. Example, goodwill, trademarks, copyright and patents. Intangible assets are such a valuable tangible assets because they also help the firms to earning the profit. For example, goodwill helps to attracting customers and goodwill means is a good name of the business. Patent represent the know-how which helps us the producing the goods. Let's see. Current assets. So first of all, fixed asset. Fixed assets can be classified into two, tangible and intangible. Next one, current assets. Current assets are those assets which are either in the form of cash or can be easily converted into the cash nominal courses of business within a 1 year. In the words of Howard and Upton, the current assets are usually defined as those assets which are convertible into the cash through the nominal course of business within the short term. Ordinarily in a year, current assets include, what are the current assets? We have to include that in that asset side means cash in hand, cash at bank, short term investment, bills receivable, debtors, prepared expenses, accrued incomes, closing stock, etc. So cash in hand, now we have a balance in the bank hand. We have a cash at a bank, investment, bills receivable, debtors and expense, accrued incomes and closing, so everything under comes in that current asset. Among these, closing stock is valued at a cost of realizable value whichever lower. Debtors are shown after deducting the reasonable provision for bad and doubtful debts. Bad debts means it's not come to that balancing amounts. It's a vara kadan solva. Somebody's get the loan from the we will give the loan to the customers, but some customers cheating to the business. No, that particular amount is called as bad debts. It's not coming to at anywhere. Tutorial note: prepared expenses treated as a current asset. Prepared means munnadiye kuduthathu. Okay, precautionally. So the cash cannot be realized from the prepared expenses. The service will be available against these without a further payment. Next one, liquid asset. Liquid assets means assets which are either in the form of cash or which can be immediately converted into the cash within a very short period of a time. such as cash at bank, bills receivable, short-term investment, debtors, secured incomes. In other words, of prepared expenses and closing stock are the excluded from the current asset, and the balance in is known as liquid asset. These are our liquid asset. Next one, investment. Amount invested outside of the business in shares, debentures, bonds and other security is called as investment. Investment now when we have to start on the first amount. Starting amount of the business is called as capital or investment. Together to start on a one business. Okay. It is invested to the period more than 1 year. They are called the long-term investment. More than a year is called a long-term. If there are invested period less than a year, there are short-term investment. More than 1 year is a long-term. Below the 1 year, it's a short-term investment shown under the current asset. Wasting asset. These are assets which get exhausted gradually in a process of execution. Examples are mines and quarries. Next one, which is a nominal assets. These are assets only in the name but not in reality. These assets are not really assets but are shown on the asset side only the purpose of writing off by transferring them to the P&L account gradually over a period of time in the future. Such assets include the expenditure, the benefit of which lasts of more than a year and not yet written off, such as advertisement expenses, primarily expenses, etc. Okay, children, what are the items under that asset side? Next one, classification of liability side. Liabilities, what are the, we have to go and write it. Let's see, liabilities are equities or claims against the business entity. These are the amounts owned by the business entity to the outsiders. I mean outsider equity and owners quality. Okay, equity. Liabilities may be classified according to their nature as follows. Fixed or long-term liabilities. The liabilities which are to be repaid after a 1 year or more or term as long-term liabilities. So fixed long-term liabilities and long-term loans. Current or short-term liabilities means the liabilities which are expected to be paid within a nominal operating cycle or 1 year are termed as a current and short-term liabilities. These include bank overdraft, creditors, bills payable, outstanding expenses. These are under comes the short-term liabilities. Okay, next one. Contingent liabilities. These are liabilities which are not certain at the time of preparation of the balance sheet. These liabilities may or may not occur. These are liabilities which will become payable only on happening of some specific event which itself not certain, otherwise these need not to be paid. Such liabilities are as follows. What are the liabilities? Liabilities are the bills discounted. In case of bills discounted with the bank is discounted by the acceptor on the due date, the firm will become liable to the bank. Liability in respect of the suit pending in the court of law. This would become an actual liability if a suit is decided against the firm. Liability in respect of the guarantee given for another person. The firm would be liable to pay the amount if the person for whom the guarantee is given fails to meet the obligations. These are all in what is that? Such a liabilities. Next one, tutorial note. Contingent liabilities are shown in the balance sheet. There are, however, the shown on the footnote just below the balance sheet, so that extents of the such liabilities may be relieved. Capital is a money or money's worth contributed by the owner to the business. The owner give the money are related to the contributor to the business means that is called as capital, purpose of carrying the business. The difference between the asset and liabilities, the owner equity equal to capital contributed plus accumulated profits. Let's see this difference between the trial balance and the balance sheet. Let's see, children. Basis, trial balance and balance sheet. Please read it. Reads once or twice a time. The following the difference between the trial balance sheet. Nature. The trial balance is a list of ledger balance on the particular date. Balance sheet is a statement showing the position. Already as we saw in the theory, position of the assets and liabilities particular date. So trial balance, ledger balance and balance sheet know about the correct position, asset and liability of the position. Purpose: trial balance are prepared to check the arithmetical accuracy of the accounting entries made. So we know about the entries made means we have to see in the trial balance. Balance sheet is prepared to ascertain the financial position. Next one, contents. It is a summary of balances all accounts, personal and real and nominal accounts. Here it is a statement showing the closing balances only personal and real accounts. Format: the trial balance contains a column debit balance and credit balance. The items grouped as asset and liabilities. Stage: what is the stage? The prepared before the preparation of final accounts. It's prepared the trial balancing and trading and profit and loss account. After that we have to prepare the balance sheet. Period: it can be prepared periodically, say at the end of the month, quarterly, half yearly, etc. We have to prepare that quarterly or half yearly. Any time you have to prepare the trial balance, but it is generally prepared at the end of the accounting period. Next one, order. Balance shown in the trial balance need not be in the order, isn't it? So trial balance we are not shown in that order, but balance sheet must be in the order. Compulsion: preparing the trial balance is not compulsory. Preparing of a balance sheet is compulsory is at a certain cases. Preparation of balance sheet is a compulsory because of we know about the correct financial position to the business. Tutorial note is the trial balance is not given in the question. Trial balance has to prepare the first. If there is a difference in the trial balance, the difference plays suspense account and shown in the balance sheet. Let's see. Illustration 8. From the following balances, Nirupan prepared the balance sheet as on 31st December 2017. This is a sum, children. Your textbook 2261. Please take it and read it. Particulars: plant and machinery, land and building, furniture, cash in hand, bank overdraft, debtors and creditors, bills receivable and payable, closing stock, investment, capital, drawing and net profit. Let's see solution in the books of Nirupan. Balance sheet as on December 2017. So directly we have to prepare the balance sheet alone. Already they gave the net profit, isn't it? So in that capital liability side, first we have to write in the capital. Net loss means you have to subtract, net profit means you have to add. So capital, add net profit minus drawings. At the end of the column we have to calculate means write in that answer in the second column. Next, liability side, creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft. In asset side, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, investment, short term, stock and trade, debtors, bills receivable, cash in hand. Everything we are noted on that asset side. Now both the side is tally. So correct sum. Okay, next one, illustration 9. From the following trial balance of the Sharon, prepare a trading and profit and loss account for the year ending 31st December 2017 and the balance sheet as on the date. The closing stock 31st December 2017 was valued 2,50,000. See here, debit balance, credit balance. In that debit balance, stock, purchases, carriage inward, wages, salaries, repairs, rent and taxes, cash in hand, land, drawings and bank deposit. And credit balances, sundry creditor, purchases, returns, sales, commission, received and capital. See here children, solution in the books of Charan, trading and profit and loss account for the year ending 31st December 2017. See here, now first of all we are going to prepare trading and profit and loss account, particulars 2 amount column and credit side also particulars 2 amount column. See here, opening stock directly you have to write 2 purchases minus purchase returns, carriage inwards, wages. Okay, here sales and stock, the debit side is a higher amount, credit side is a very less. So when compared to both sides, debit side is a high means we get a gross loss. So gross loss carried forward to the P&L account to the debit side. So gross loss and 2 salaries, 2 repairs, 2 rent and taxes. In credit side by commission received, and in that P&L account we have net loss. So debit is a higher amount. So you have to subtract the credit side Finally, we get a net loss transferred to the capital account. So next we have to prepare the balance sheet as on 31st December 2017. Liability side, liabilities 2 amount column, asset 2 amount column. Capital minus net loss. Okay. If you get a net profit means you have to add. But in the sum we got only net loss. So minus drawings, and the final account we have to write in the second amount column, sundry creditors. Here asset side, land, stock and trade, bank deposit, cash and the both the column tally, isn't it? So tutorial note, trading account and the profit and loss account are prepared together. First part of trading account, whereas the second part of the P&L account. Okay children, please, in this very important chapter in this account. So trial balance, final accounts is very important. So please see through it, read the theory and do the sums. Okay children. Now let's see that I exercise sum 9 and 12 in this at the last end of the theory. Let's see that exercise number 9 children. Let's see children, now we are going to see exercise sum 9th. Okay, from the following balances obtained from the books of Mr. Ganesh, prepare trading and profit and loss account. As we saw in the theory, trading and profit and loss account, how to prepare. Already we saw which items in the debit side, which is items is shown on the credit side. Let's see particulars. Stock on 1/1/2017. 1/1 is the first date, so opening stock. Purchase of a year, sales for the year, expense of purchases, financial charges paid, and expenses on sale, bad debts, trade expenses, discount allowed, commission allowed, selling expenses, and repairs on office vehicle. See here. After that sums here, closing stock December 31/12/2000. This is the closing stock. Let's see. Let's do the sums. Unit 12, exercise number 9, page number 266 in your textbooks. See children, in your sums they have a books of name, isn't it? So we have to write in the topic, in the books of Mr. Ganesh, trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31/12/2017. This is the heading. Write the debit side and credit side. Particulars, amount column. Where we have any adjustment, you have to write in the first column and write in the final total in that second column. So particulars, amount. Here credit also, particulars, amount. Okay. Let's first we are going to write. What is that? First we are going to write opening stock. See here in your sum, stocks on 1/1/2017. So write here 2 opening stock. We are not have any adjustment in the opening stock, so write directly in that second amount column. Next one, purchase for the year. So you have to write 2 purchase. How much? 22,000. Next one, sales for the year. So where we have to write in the trading account, write in that credit side, by sales. How much? 42,000. Next one, expenses on purchases. So we have to write in the debit side. 2 expenses on purchases. How much? 2,500. Okay. Next one. So financial charges paid, expenses on sale, bad debts, trading, everything in under comes in that. We are going to write in the P&L account. That's all the trading account. The one more entry, by closing stock. We have to prepare the trading account and credit side, sales and closing stock. We have to write. So closing stock, how much? 4,500. Leave one line and the total column at the same line. Okay. So which side is higher? We saw on the both side, the credit side. So 42 plus 4.5 is a 46,500. Right. 46,500. Okay children, we have to credit is large amount, we have to subtract in the debit side. So working note here. So 46,500 minus, so you have to add this here, 22 plus 8, 30, 32,500, 4 minus 2, sorry 6 minus 2, 4. So here 4 minus 3, 1. So 14,000. So what is the GP? I mean gross profit 14,000. So to gross profit carry down. Okay, transfer to P&L account. This GP we have to transfer. So we have to write in the transfer to profit and loss account. Okay children, profit and loss account, which amount is 14,000. So you have to start on that P&L account. So we have to transfer to that P&L account, which is side? So to gross profit, directly go on write on that by gross profit, balance brought down. How much? 14,000. Let's see the sums. We have to write on the debit side. What are the items shown in the debit side? Already we saw in the theory. Purchase for year we finished, sales for the year finished, expenses of purchase. Now we are going to financial charges paid. Write on the debit side. To financial charges paid. How much? 3,500. Next one, to expenses on sale 1,000. Next, to bad debts 1,200. Next one, to trade expenses. All the expenses comes under the debit side. It's a nominal rule. So 1,200. Next one, to discount allowed is one of. To discount allowed, we have to write on that how much? 1,100. Next one, commission allowed. Commission allowed. How much? Discount allowed 600 children. Commission allowed only 1,100. Next one, selling expenses. To selling expenses. How much? 600. The last one, to repairs on office vehicles. How much? 600. So now we have to total into the P&L account. Put the totals. This side is higher, credit side is center. So 14,000 and debit side also 14,000. Now we have to add all the debit side. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to add here debit side 3,500, 1,000, 1,200, again 1,200, 1,100, 600, 600, 600. So I have to add everything 0, 0. So 6, 12, 18, 20, 22, 23, 28, remaining 2, 5 plus 9, 9,000. So we have to subtract 14,000 and 9.8. 200. 14 minus 9. How much? So already is a 13, isn't it? 13 minus 4, 9, 4. So 4,200. So you have to write here 4,200. What is this? This is an to net profit. Okay. Net profit. Carry down. Which account? Transfer to capital account. Transfer to capital account. So for example, the balance amount is comes here means debit side means it's a net loss. So we have now we have in the balance amount and that debit side. So this is a net profit. Net profit transfer to capital account, children. That's all the sum, children. Hi children, now we are going to manually do that exercise sum 12th. Prepare a trading and profit and loss account and the balance sheet in the books of Derry, a trader. Okay, from the following balances on March 31, 2018. Now we are going to prepare trading and profit and loss account and the balance sheet. Okay, this is the sum debit balances and credit balance. What are the items? Let's see. Stock, cash, bank, freight inwards, purchases, drawings, wages, machinery, debtors, postages, office postage, okay, sundry expenses, rent paid, furniture. Then credit balances, sales, creditors, bills payable and capital. See at the last line, closing stock 31st March 2018, 8,000. Okay children, let's do the sums. See here. So unit 12, your test page number 267, exercise sum number 12. Let's see. First you have to write in the debit and credit. Okay. Next one, write the topic in the books of. Okay. In the books of. Who's the name? What is the name? Derry account. Okay. So Derry. So you have to write. Now we are going to ready. Sir, prepare the trading and P&L account. Profit and loss account. For the year ended. Okay. Ended 31 March 2018. Okay children. In this trading and trading and profit and loss account, we are not have any date. Just we have to write particulars. Here, if you have any transaction in that calculation, and that means you have to use a double column or else directly write in that single column particulars. Amount. Okay. Next one. So now we are going to start trading and profit and loss. Now first of all we have to write on the debit side what are the items. So first one is to opening stock. First we have to enter this opening stock. How much already they give the 10,000. Okay, so write it direct in the second column, opening stock. Next one, so cash is the balance sheet, bank also balance sheet, freight inwards. Okay, so we have to write in that to freight inwards. How much? Freight inwards 750. Next one, see sums, write in words writing. Next one, purchases, isn't it? So you should write here 2 purchases. How much? 95,000. Okay, children. Next one, drawings. So drawings and balance sheet, so no need to write. Next one, wages. The nominal account should be follow this. So all the expenses, I mean indirect expense, we have to write on the trading and profit and loss, isn't it? So wages, you have to write here 2 wages. How much? 4,000 and see here wages 27,500. So 27,500. Next one, machinery. Machinery is in that balance sheet, no need to write. Debtors, no need to write. Postage is P&L account, and sundry expenses P&L account, rent paid P&L account, furniture balance sheet. Come to that. Here sales is a balance sheet, creditors a balance sheet, bills payable also. We have to write in the sales and closing stock in the credit side, isn't it? So write by sales. How much? 1,22,500. So by closing stock, how much? 8,000. Okay, children, that's all the items in the under comes in trading account. Now we have to find out, leave one line and put that balance. Now compare to debit side, compare to credit side, which side is more? So here is, so come, we have to total 500, 8 plus 2, 10, 0, remaining 1, 3, 1. 1,30,000 and so first of all we have to find out so now we have to total the debit and credit side. Let's see, first of all we have to total the working note of debit side. What are the debit side? Okay, first one is 10,000, next 95,000, next 750, next 27,500. The 4 items you should calculate it. So how much total at? 0, 5, 7 plus 5, 12, remaining 1, 8, 8 plus 1, 8 plus 5, 13, so remaining 1, so 9 plus 1, 10, 11, 13, so 1,33,000 and 33 or 32, 8 plus 2, 1, 33, correct only, no? So I have to write here. So debit side only because no, so large amount 1,33,250. Here also 1,33,250. Okay, children. See here now your total credit side. So 1,22,500 plus 8,500, 0, 1, 1,30,500. So you have to subtract 1,30,500. So 50, next 12, 7, okay, 2, 0, 0. So what is the gray by grass loss? Okay, carry down. How much? Write in that 2,000 and 750. This is your answer. Okay, this is your gross loss. Okay, children. This gross loss transfer to P&L account and the debit side. So right here, to gross loss brought down. Okay, children. How much? 2750. So let's write all the. Second one is we have to write a postage. So this all the direct and indirect expenses we have to write on the debit side. Postage. How much? Postage how much? 150. Next, 2 here rent paid. So rent paid 2500. Next, 2 sundry expenses. Sundry expenses how much? See here, sundry expenses 850. So you should write here 850. Okay, so in P&L account we are not have any in that credit side, so you have to total it, leave 2 lines. Now we have to total that 0, 15, remaining 1, 8, 10, 10, 18, 22, 2, here 2, 4 and remaining of 6. So 6000. So you have to write on the credit side also. We not have any credit items in that P&L account. So 6250. So this is the, what is that? By net loss carry down 6250. Okay. So what is the transfer to which account? Transfer to whose account? Capital account. Okay, children. So see here, with the compared to the debits and credit side, more than that is a highly amount on the debit side, we have face in the net loss. Okay, children, this is that trading and profit and loss account. Now we are going to, so in this net loss we are going to transfer that capital account. Now we are going to, what is it? Let's see in that. We are going to see in that, or we are going to write an balance sheet. So let's write balance sheet. Just write both sides, isn't it? So in the balance sheet we have to write on the debit side, no need to debit, right side, liabilities, amount, here also amount, here that side, left side, assets. As we saw in the theory, what are the items under comes in the asset? Okay, children, we have to write. You should write the rupees also. Next, we are going to write. So in that liability side, what are the first item? Capital account. No need to write 2 or just you write capital. How much? See here, your sums. Capital 1 lakh. The same you have to write in that. We have net loss, now we have adjustment. So 1 lakh. So less, I mean minus. Less, what is that? Net loss, we have to transfer that capital account. Already we write in that P&L account, isn't it? So net loss, how much? 6,250. So what is the correct? Let's subtract 753 9. Okay, children. Next, in that we have a drawings, means you have to subtract on that liability side to the capital account. So here also write less, okay, drawings. Drawings how much? 4,500. Subtract and write that column. 89,250. So 750, 250. Here 94 minus 93 minus 4, 89. So 89,250. Okay, children. In that liability side, we have to write in that creditors. Already we have seen the sums. Creditors how much? 5,000. Isn't it? So write creditors here. 5,000. Next one, bills payable. Bills payable. How much? 2,000. Okay, children. Next, asset side. First of all, we have to we want to write an assessment. First, we have to write in the cash. See here, cash is a 2.5. I mean 2,000. We cannot have any adjustment at that asset side. So write it directly. Write in that. Next one, bank. Cash, bank, machinery, everything we want to write here. So bank also 5,000. Next, machinery. Where is that machinery? Here 50,000. So you have to write machinery. How much? 50,000. Okay, children. Next, this side creditors means asset side debtors. Okay, debtors is asset. So debtors 13,500. Next, furniture. Furniture how much? 17,250. Okay, children. Next, at the last, we have to write on that closing stock. How much? 8,000. So now we have to tally that liability side and asset side. Next is total at, see here, 250. Okay, 9 plus 4, 14, 16. 16 here 1, 9, 96,250. The same amount it comes in that asset side means the sum is correct. So let's total it. 5 plus 10, 12. So 250. Okay. Remaining one is there. So 5 plus 2, 7, 8. 8 plus 3, 11, 18. 18 plus 8, 26. So write 6. Remaining 2. Isn't it? Remaining 2. 2 plus 5, 7, 8, 9. It's the correct. In the balance sheet, okay, is the same in the liabilities and asset side. It's the same amount we have. We total it, and that liability and assets means it's a correct sum. Sum is automatically correct. You have to check in that liability is the same amount and that asset means the sum is correct. Okay, children, did you see this? 96,250. Here also 96,250. This is the balance sheet. Write the heading, particulars, amount. Here also, sorry, liabilities, amount, asset, liabilities. What are the items under comes the liability? You have to read the sum first. Read the sum and write it liability side. As an asset side also, you have to read the sums and write in the asset side. Okay, children. So see here, this is that unit 12, 12th sum near exercise in the books of dairy. Trading and profit and loss account for the year ended, already we noted. So particulars to double side columns. Okay, you have to use in double side column. First of all, we got it in that gross loss 2750. That gross loss we have to transfer to P&L account at that to gross loss brought down. So in that profit and loss account we got a net loss. So net loss transferred to the capital account. So you have to subtract in that capital account for net loss and the drawings also at the amount as end of the amount, right in that second column. Can you understand, children? See here, first of all you should learn or study and write that format of balance sheet. Okay, format of balance sheet, format of trading and profit and loss account, trading account and P&L account, children. Thank you.